Hey, welcome to my channel, Owens Up to Moto. I'm Jay Owens. After a lot of research, I think I've discovered what people are looking for when they want to buy a motorcycle. There are 5 attributes that are consistent across multiple channels, search engines, and dialogue threads. The first is design. People want the motorcycle to look cool and feel amazing while riding. We need the bike to make a connection to our personality and our preferences. We want to feel uplifted and proud. The better part of ourselves comes out as we ride. Does the bike turn heads? Are people noticing your bike as you go by? The colors you choose are also important. Is the bike black or red? Does it have a mix of colors? Is it a unique color that most bikes don't have, like bluish purple? How do you feel about the brand? How do others view the style? The brand of the bike establishes a reputation for being reliable and consistent. The design of the bike should connect with the company's roots, with Easter eggs hidden about if possible. There's an opportunity to strengthen the brand's image with every new motorcycle released and its style. Does the bike have nice visual balance? There's nothing that appears out of place or proportionally off. Motorcycles with the right safety and regulations that mix modest design elements should be well thought out. The second attribute is power. Does the engine size match the activity or purpose? The bike shouldn't be distractingly heavy for the rider or too light for stability. The engine size should control the bike's acceleration enough to maintain control of traffic patterns and the road. Is there a proper gearing to match the engine speed with the velocity or speed of travel? Is the bike fuel injected or carbureted? Most motorcycles now are fuel injected. How does the bike sound while accelerating? The bike shouldn't be annoyingly loud, but entertainingly confident. How difficult is it for the operator to control the bike's power? Most bikes now come with power settings based on conditions to help aid the rider. Quick shifters can help the rider shift more smoothly. Honda has also now come out with an electronic clutch, so no clutch lever is needed, which is really a cool add-on. The power choice is an important aspect to people, and the engine side is widely chosen based on rider activity. One important thing to note, weight versus horsepower. Too much weight to horsepower can slow the bike down. So as an example, the Indian FTR carries 4.3 pounds per horsepower. But the Yamaha XSR 900 has 3.7 pounds per horsepower. So the Yamaha would have more perceived power per pound. However, the Indian FTR has 87 pound-feet of torque versus the Yamaha with 65 pound-feet of torque. This means that the Yamaha is accelerating with 5.9 pounds per torque, whereas the Yamaha is pulling with 6.6 pounds per torque. So this means that the Indian FTR should accelerate off the line faster than the Yamaha XSR 900 because it has less weight to pull. The third attribute is comfort. This is probably the category that becomes the second most important right behind cost. If the rider isn't comfortable riding the bike, then it will just sit in the garage and not be used. It should be a pleasant and thrilling experience. The seat is the first contributor of comfort. Many aftermarket companies focus on building the most comfortable, good-looking seats, especially if we're going on long rides. The bike also has inherent vibrations, mostly from the engine. These vibrations can shake the handlebars or become noticeable after several hours of riding. Look, people come in all shapes and sizes. The bike height or inseam height from the ground can determine whether a bike is purchased. The positioning of your body while riding is also important. Are you leaning forward to reach the handlebars? Are your legs up high, low, or forward? Are your arms resting on the handlebars above or below your shoulders? Good rider position is more level with your shoulders or slightly down to keep the blood flowing. Where are the legs placed? Are the legs bent back sharply, or are the legs at a 90-degree angle or straight? After an hour of riding, our bodies will quickly let us know what's not working. Is there a windshield or front cowl to block the wind? There's nothing quite so distracting as the wind pushing against your chest or helmet. Is there optional storage for an extra jacket or to carry items? Does the suspension have any adjustments for a stiffer or softer ride? Are there heated grips when the weather gets cold? Frostbite on the fingers with good gloves can happen quickly. Does the bike shift smoothly without clunking gears? Does the bike have a second set of foot pegs for a passenger? Are they comfortable? Does the bike have cruise control? More and more bikes are coming with cruise control and adaptive cruise to help the rider's hand get a break from long rides. The fourth attribute, and probably the most important for most people, is the cost. Are we getting a good value? Did we have to make sacrifices on power and size in order to afford the bike? Sometimes brands will command a premium. As an example, it costs $131 per horsepower for the Indian FTR. They are clearly pulling brand to increase the price. In the case of the Yamaha XSR 900, the cost per horsepower is only $91. So they may feel that they're getting a better deal by buying the Yamaha, and they've made the decision to waive the brand in favor of something more affordable. Another aspect of cost is the accessories. How much is available, and is it going to be expensive? Because it has a brand logo on it. The answer is probably yes. Many aftermarket companies provide off-brand accessories to fit the purpose. Also on people's mind is the distance traveled on one tank to fill up. Can the bike comfortably travel between fueling stations? Gas mileage becomes very important when the bike gets less than 100 miles between fueling. Lastly, in the cost section, what is the value retention? Some may pay more upfront for a popular brand, but the value may retain itself longer. If someone gets a good deal on a bike, they can expect their investment to last longer over time before money is lost. The last attribute important to riders is technology. There is a long list of improvements in this category, such as turn signal cancellation, LED lighting, anti-lock brakes, Apple CarPlay, traction control, and kickstand engine shutoff. Does this display have a menu with options and information? Can rider modes be changed? Is there information about gas mileage, transfer case, clock compass, navigation, tach, speed, and options? Is the display easy to see in the direct sunlight, but also not too bright at night? Technology aids in the safety section, comfort, and bike health. And these are the 5 attributes most important to riders who choose their bikes and why. Design, power, comfort, cost, and technology. As I evaluate new bikes, I'll be looking for these 5 attributes closely and rating each with a score based on how well the bike did in that category. If a bike scored perfectly in each section, the bike would get a score of 100 overall, or 100%. So let's look at the weight of each attribute. Design is 20% of the score. Power is 18%. Comfort is 31%. Cost is 11%, and technology is 20%. Although cost is not weighted heavily, it's still the number one reason people don't choose a bike, while using the other attributes to help them decide. Hey, I hope this was helpful to you as you look at buying a motorcycle. I'm Jay Owens, and this is Owens Up to Moto. See you on the next ride.